When people heard Leica, the first impressions is the importance in the photography field. The photography master like Bryson and Frank, they both created many masterpieces with Leica. So if this film matches the master spirit with a classical 23mm straight-shot focal length which equipped unchangeable aperture and 1-inch sensor, well, that's gonna be this one, the latest Xiaomi 13 Ultra. The street photography mode is very suitable to capture those instant moments which vanish very quickly. And this phone is like a pure camera. It has a clear and a simple shooting interface, it has fast exposure composition, and a faster filter choose. The most useful thing is the scale, the focus depth, which is similar to the professional lens. So you don't have to waste your time on autofocusing. A classical shooting technique, trap focus. Estimate the distance of the subject and set the focal length. In a fraction of a second, a picture is captured. I have to commit that after adjustment of Leica, the picture shot on 13 Ultra is quite good looking. First, the shadow effect. The transition is very natural when the light ratio is high. There's no dead black or overexposure. When the light ratio is low, the clear light contrast making the picture more stereoscopic. Second, the color. In a colorful environment, Xiaomi 13 Ultra can also ensure the saturation of each color is very comfortable. In some of the color, I think there's some stylized color deviation, especially the red and green. If the filter we used before is directly add colors to the dark and bright parts, and now the Leica filter is more like controlling color deviation and saturation in HSL very precisely. So this should be more than just a single set of filters. The focal length on Xiaomi are very practical, and it's hard to find out any problem from this picture. You can totally rely on the camera about exposure and white balance during daytime. But at night, the automatic parameters normally giving a worse effect. If you get time to take photo at night, then the professional mode with a more parameter control can produce a more satisfying picture than the one with auto exposure. The camera parameters in professional mode are lies in the bottom row, which you can operate with just one hand. If you want to disable some functions, just click, then it's removed. And you can take 50 million pixels RAW format photos in professional mode. Although using professional mode on a mobile phone is a bit unnecessary, but no matter it's the phone or DSLR, the parameters and basic theories of photography are the same. Like Xiaomi, they explained every parameter and symbol very clearly, so the beginner could at least have some pre-learnings when they literally got their cameras. The portrait mode of 13 Ultra is pretty good too. The camera will automatically adjust to 3.2 times 75mm focal length when it's on portrait mode. That is seducing us to take some close-up or half-body pictures. When facing the subject with clear edges, the background is separated very cleanly. and there's a full-body portrait mode for you to choose. But the picture comes from that, it is not that good. The viewfinder of portrait mode is weird. One part of it will be blurred while the other part remains clear, although the object is at the same focal plane. But surprisingly, the result is actually good. That does affect the user experience, so which then can fix it sooner or later. But no matter how good is this phone taking pictures, but it still looks like a phone. So what if we can make it more looking like a real camera? And it seems Xiaomi had the same idea, even the same design that we tried a year ago. So this is Xiaomi 13 Ultra Photography Kit, which improved its handling and also added an extra button, but where are the stocks? I can only find it on secondhand seller. And the thing is, for a couple of plastic case, the price is too expensive. Although it's equipped with a 67mm adaptive ring, but will you buy the ND lens and the CPL lens, which is not cheap either for the adaptive ring? So the answer is very clear. At least I won't spend that money. However, this is still a phone, so whether we like it or not, it also depends on the daily performance. And for that, 13 Ultra is not as good as its camera assistant. It's even below the passing line. As for the looking, the skin is good, the frosted metal is good, as well as the curved display. But once you combine all of these elements on one thing, it might not as the same good as you expected. Looking at it by this angle, it feels too many elements, too clumsy. The huge pump the camera module will be like this when putting on the wireless charging station. I think they sacrifice its handling and looking for its camera. It looks heavy, but actually not when you're holding it. But holding it vertically, there isn't a place it's comfortable for your fingers. Especially when using by one hand, you can't stop moving up and down. There's no longer Harman Kardon speaker, so the performance is not that good. You can clearly hear the unbalanced voice, which is louder on the right, lower on the left.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you.
There is almost no improvement on speaker performance, even compared to the Xiaomi 10.
It's like a rush, the waves that crash inside we are paradise in crime. We are dynamite and blind. We are broken hearts that never meant to find us from a bad romance. Dynamite and blind. Yeah, we are dynamite, dynamite, dynamite.
The gamers were suggesting to redesign the distribution of the speaker, because normally when playing games, the speaker would be black by hand. And Xiaomi, they did listen. So now they put the speaker diagonal way. That means no matter which way you hold it, one of the sides must be blacked. Well, honestly, I really don't know what they are thinking about. Besides, 13 Ultra has a terrible handling, especially when playing games with 4 fingers. So it is so annoying no matter the landscape or portrait. As for the MIUI system, it is always remains unchanged. Throughout the years of upgrades, there are countless new functions on MIUI, like the voice changer or apps hiding. MIUI 14 developed version still maintains a weekly updates. The public version also receives updates almost every month. The system experienced the same on 13 Ultra and 13 Pro. You can barely find any difference. And there is a significant change on Xiaomi 13 Ultra, which is the USB 2 port. After 13 years, they finally replaced it by USB 3.2 transmission port, although the wireless transmission is still the most commonly used. So is Xiaomi 13 Ultra worth buying? If you want to use it as a daily device, you better think twice. Firstly, you have to tolerate those compromised shortcomings, like pumped camera and back handling, which brings you a very uncomfortable daily experience. And I guess no one will use it without a case. So once you put on the case, trust me, that will be so much worse. And if you like to record your daily life with your phone, I mean by taking pictures but not video, because the video capabilities of 13 Ultra is still poor. Using it to make a full video, the quality is just normal. You can hold it and move it back and forth, but don't exceed over your arms. If you want to move further, you need to move your legs. Then the picture will be torn apart as it floats up and down. If you're normally just taking photo on film, then the excellent shooting ability of Xiaomi 13 Ultra will help you a lot. The support from Leica isn't just adding some filters, it results in good colors and shadow effects. As the saying goes, the best camera is the one you are willing to take out for photos. Xiaomi 13 Ultra will indeed encourage us to take more pictures. The price of Xiaomi 13 Ultra is roughly starting with $870. I think it is more reasonable to look at the other flagships at this price range. Whether Xiaomi 13 Ultra is suitable for you or not is all about whether you can accept the compromised handling and the speaker performance, which in order to make a better camera assistant. At last, Xiaomi 13 Ultra we give 7.5 as the subjective overall score. So how do you think of this Xiaomi 13 Ultra? You can leave your comment below the video, and don't forget to subscribe us. It's our pleasure to have your support. This is Testway. I will see you next time. Cheers!
Testway, 帮你 try before you buy.